everybody looks for a leadership position, no? So you would be excited if you are given a position, a leadership position with a hefty salary. Would you like to get that? So everybody dreams of that. But what I have seen in my experience is that people who are given this kind of opportunity, they often get stuck and they are not happy within themselves. Would you like to know what why they are not happy after given? Of course, responsibility comes, right? Responsibility comes with your promotion or rise to the next level. But if you are overwhelmed with the responsibility that you have been given, then how can you sustain your position, right? So maybe over a period of time you will be taken out of that position and you'll be given in some side position, right? That happens with so many people. So let me tell you what are those 6 points to check whether you are already fit for a leadership position. The first thing is they don't bother. So see, when you start working, you will have some failures, you will have some success. Everybody will not have 100% success all the time. And when you are starting out, there may be more failures than success. But whatever you are doing, that is a learning, right? You would have a team which will uh, take you through because you have to trust your team. You are not going to do everything alone. So that you need to learn, and you need to know that people who work, only they fail. So people who are not working at all, not trying anything, they won't fail. So don't be disheartened with your failure. So first thing is move on. So, and the second thing is there will be changes all the time. How change comes? As a leader, you are given to multiply profit, right? That is the first thing. So in different forms, you will have a successful project, or you will reduce cost, or you will increase profit, all those things. And those processes are in terms of disruption, in terms of new innovation, in terms of breakthrough, right? So when that happens, those are not very easy changes. Those changes, disruption means what? You are doing something and suddenly everything is disturbed, and a new thing you need to do, right? When you do a new thing, every system needs to be re-established. Disruption is that. Innovation is whatever is being done so far, that will be changed. You will be doing something else, right? So I was doing this disruption at Bandhavgarh Tiger Project when I was helping people to get better livelihoods. People didn't have much to eat, so my job was to give them new, better livelihoods. So what was there? There was money. So how to use that money? Like, say, do we have to give loans to these people, or do we have to give them support money? So in both these cases, so there my learning after 4 years of project, when we established the entire area into food sufficient, people who were not having to eat for after 3 months, now they have surplus crop to sell. So this was a huge disruption, right? So what I decided was to give the loans and recover that loan after that person makes profit, and she is able to repay, and that money will go to another person. So it was kind of a revolving fund, and the money was recovered to their own account, that is bank account, right? So, and the learning was many people criticized me for that also, and the learning was people who wouldn't be able to pay, that would have been a grant. That was the first learning. But if you from the beginning will announce that this person will not have to pay, then that person will not even try, right? So you have to take that criticism. And the second thing is, when the corpus was very big, the money was sitting idle in the corpus. So you need to invest in something which will further consolidate the livelihood, right? So there I faced very huge resistance from my own senior management, right? So anyways, that was an experience. And people always don't have the guts to go for experiment. That money was there in like, say, you if you divide that money and distribute with the people, that is one way of enhancing their livelihood. But unless these people are trained how to utilize extra money, then this money will go into trash. After some time they will use up all the money. So that is what was happened. So these innovations, this disruptions, this will pave very huge amount of say breakthroughs, new ideas, new innovations, and also it will bring on criticism. So if you are not able to take that criticism, because it will come in any ways, right? So then you are not fit to lead. See, though that was an instance that was established as one kind of experiment, right? And as a result of that, uh, forget about my humiliation and my criticism and everything. It actually helped the area to grow. And now when I worked there was not a single organization out there working with those people. Right now all of them, many MFIs are also coming to that area. Now these people have many choices to exercise, and they have access to finance also. Didn't I do my thing, my job? Although that that also initiated with me. So that is the second thing. The third thing is to stay happy, because you know what you are doing, and you don't waste energy in no, when you get criticism like this, you know when you get criticism like this, like, say, it was a very difficult area where to live in. And when I went for that project, my MD was saying that to reach that area itself is a huge kind of achievement, now uh, I, I I stayed happy. The fourth thing is to, like, say, when people are criticizing you, you know you have to be very kind to those people. You have to be very kind. And then when people in some or other way they are getting some success, then you have to be happy with them, because 17 awards these ladies won. And how did they win? It was because of my contribution, right? So these are the ways you get happier, and you know that this is a mindset that you need to win. So thank you for watching, and let me know if you have the right kind of mindset to lead.